I don't want to sound arrogant, but this might be the last YouTube video that you watch if you're an entrepreneur. Now, the reason why I have been able to shoot 2 YouTube videos this week is that I haven't watched YouTube for the last 2 days. I've just decided to go cold turkey with podcasts and with YouTube, and in general with anything that I would do to fill time and to compensate for the general discomfort. So this is my usual pattern. I'm very driven. When I'm working, I am 100%. If I'm not 100%, I'm taking a break. But then I get hungry and it's lunchtime and I'm in this high of input, constant stimulation and output, creating stuff. And I cannot let go of that. And so when I go to the kitchen and grab something from the fridge, I immediately feel this emptiness. Oh my God, there's no input here. There's nothing going on. What do I do? And I put it on. I put on a podcast or I put on YouTube. So I get this autonomic response, like I need input, and I get input. Now, what happens is that I'm not in a condition of discomfort because I have a new source, a new comforting source of stuff that kind of is soothing me. What happens if you eliminate that? Well, if you eliminate that, first, all the bad thoughts are going to come up. It's like maybe the first few years that I did meditation, for instance. I defined meditation purely to my meditation teacher as garbage collection. Like I was just collecting all of these negative thoughts and all of these thoughts that had absolutely no reason to exist other than, oh, look, you stopped any input and these are the thoughts that are just rumbling around. And I've since then kind of stopped meditating because I've had this experience of letting all this garbage surface. And now I know that it's there and I kind of cherish it. And so you eliminate these distractions, and these distractions might be porn, might be weed, might be wine, might be YouTube, might be podcasts. They also might look like very educational. They might be masterclass.com, they might be audible.com, all of these things. And you start eliminating those. And what happens in the mind of the entrepreneur first has this garbage coming up. Everybody has this garbage coming up. I have a lot of garbage coming up. But then problems get processed. You know what happens in the shower? In the shower, the only input is body input, right? There's water. Well, if you do it properly, it's warm, it's comforting, it's lovely. I love a shower. I love a long shower. And then you start getting great ideas. But if you eliminate these distractions, you start getting these great ideas throughout your day, and you don't need to be in the shower, even though it's still a pleasure, but you don't need to be in the shower for those ideas. You can just have those ideas together with the garbage. You can have those good ideas throughout the day. But to do that, you have to start with a little bit of discipline. Now, I'm not doing this YouTube thing alone. I'm doing it with my good friend and my trainer, Nico from CrossFit in Berlin. And he just told me, we were training 2 days ago, and he told me, I'm going cold turkey, no more YouTube, no more social media, no more distractions. And I already eliminated social media from the phone. I already did all of the things, but YouTube was kind of this last thing. So I went home, I sent him a WhatsApp, and I said, okay, no YouTube for me either. And no comfort, for instance, when I'm eating alone. And that is really an automatic switch. Like I'm eating, I need an input, whatever that is. No input while I'm eating. Maybe some music. Maybe the music is too much. Up for debate. And so I started this, and then I looked at what are the other areas where I have something similar to eliminating YouTube. And there's a few areas that come to mind. And the thought that I had is, well, as I progress as an entrepreneur, I'm becoming more boring. in the sense that if you put me in a room and you ask me, like, what did you do recently? Like, well, I did the same things I always do. And what are those things? Well, I'm going to show you a few of those things. So one of the things that I do, so I live in this beautiful country house. It's a really tiny house with this thatched roof. And since I'm living there, I'm getting more in tune with the rhythm of my body. I started going to bed at 11:30, midnight. I'm slowly inching forward to going to bed at 9:30 at night, 9:30, 10. So it's getting me into this natural rhythm. And a little over a year ago, I finished furnishing this little room. It's actually at the end of a staircase, so it's not really a room, it's just a passageway. And I finished furnishing it with comfy sofas, comfy chair. Well, this is actually a homage of the interior design of Porsches, but yeah, that's me. And these bookshelves. And I've decided this room, there's no devices. So in this room, there's no iPad, there's no phone, there's no nothing. There's only books and my tarot cards. And what happens is that every morning for at least half an hour, but now since my new no YouTube thing, for 1 hour, I will spend time in this room. And in this room, there's three things you can do. You can do nothing. You can do nothing. You can journal. You can read, and I have my tarot cards. So this is all that can happen in this room. And I spend there 1 hour, I make myself a tea in the kitchen, I go up, I don't check my phone. My phone is in another room on airplane mode. So every morning I have 1 hour of something that is not stimulated by an outside stimulus. So whatever were my dreams, whatever I was thinking, it ends up in my diary. If I'm bored of the diary, I can read a book. If I'm bored of reading a book, I can read my tarot cards. That's all I can do. And that is a discipline that once you start keeping this kind of discipline, it compounds, because then it happens that this hour in the morning is the best hour of work of the whole day, because it's the hour where I don't have this screen in front of me. I have a laptop in front of me. I don't have this screen in front of me that confronts me with all these problems and things and whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole, whack-a-mole. Get these things done. Instead, I'm confronted with the horror and the chaos of my own thoughts, and I get to solve things there. And the other thing that I do is I'm not only confronted by books in all of this, but I am confronted with these beautiful tarot cards. So this is what I've been meditating on for the last week. I extracted these cards, and if you know the cards, this is a really powerful reading. Maybe we can go quickly into it. Like there's these are two symbols of stability. They both represent squares, and this expressed in personal branding terms is a card that is about the mission. And if you watched my last video, which was about being all over the mission, this is what these cards are telling me. These cards are talking about stability and having already stability. And this card is talking about the mission. And so I get to reflect on something. And obviously these cards come out casually, but strangely enough, they always talk about something relevant to me every morning. And I get to have this connection to something that is high above. And so all of this is just discipline. Discipline in the morning to take this time. But then there's another discipline that for me is really important, and that's movement. So every day I'm committed to spend at least 1 hour doing physical exercise of some sort. Could be just 1 hour walking in the woods. And on the days that I have a specific training, like this morning, I will spend 2 hours on physical fitness and training. And so this morning, like every morning in between meetings and stuff like that, I found the time to go, in this case, to my home gym. And this has very satisfied me after workout in the summer. Now it's the winter. I don't get to wear that. The other interesting incentive of the gym is in the part of the barn that is not heated. So this morning was 0 degrees here, and the training happened at 0 degrees. It's also something that trains the mind to thinking, okay, not everything is comfortable. Not everything is easy. And I think this brings me back to inviting you to stop watching YouTube, including this channel, and to start doing some uncomfortable things, and to have a look at the chaos around you. And what I do in these situations is oftentimes what I would do right now is not attack the problem directly, even not attack the problem. So if I notice that there are problems, sometimes I just let them explode. But then I do these really disruptive things, like having a super strict discipline, being extremely boring, going to bed at 9:30, doing the same thing every day, eating the same thing every day. And it clears the mind, it clears the space, and it gives me the opportunity to shoot 2 videos that I wouldn't have shot, not because I wouldn't have had the time. Why am I shooting another video today? I'm shooting another video because I have the mental space to do it and to just switch on the camera and say something that I'm thinking in real time, because I'm not bogged down by the constant input. I'm finally free to breathe and to say, all right, I have a call in 17 minutes. I can manage. I can shoot a video. I'm also ready for that call because I haven't filled all my free time with input. And there's so much that we can do. There's so many things. It all starts with a little realization that we're not confronting our fears, we're not confronting our pain, we're not confronting our chaos. And it really helps to have other entrepreneurs around. And I'm very blessed that I have so many entrepreneurial communities. But on this is a video dedicated to Nico, who's not going to watch YouTube, so he's not going to watch this video either. And if you want to train somewhere in Berlin, I'm really happy to give an ad to my gym, Spree CrossFit. Well, Spree Intense Fitness right now it's called, and it's just moved to Friedrichshain, close to Warschauer Straße. So if you are in Berlin, you know also where to train, because it's not just about moving the body, as it's not just about not looking at the phone, and it's not just about not watching YouTube. So I wish for you that this is the last YouTube video that you watch in a while.